Welcome, I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. From our BizVision studios in the UK, you're watching the BV-TV network. The goal of our Silverpreneur Channel is to help anyone of any gender, of any background, of any race, of anywhere in the world start and grow a successful business when aged 50 plus. There are many additional challenges in doing this, such as ageism, funding, energy, confidence, positivity. If you haven't reached that age yet, then you'll likely dismiss those challenges as being soft, but they are real and could be success prohibitors. So whilst we will bring you practical business advice on our channels, we'll also bring you sound help and advice at managing those additional soft challenges. And today I've got a great encourager for you. My guest is a health and wellness expert, a published author, and helps people and communities understand and practice well-being. Welcome, Jay Sooknanan. Welcome, Jay.
Hey, Malcolm. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be on the show and share with you guys.
And we're excited to have drifted across to the Atlantic to New York to welcome you. Jay, I'm delighted you're kindly guesting on our show today. Your work totally integrates with our aims for our Silverpreneurs channel for our viewers and listeners. Now, in this BV-TV talk show, I'll be chatting to Jay in three parts. First part, I'll chat to him about what is well-being in the true sense, and how does a business owner go about it for himself, and their team. In part two, we'll move to talking what needs to be overcome to make well-being work. What are the typical challenges faced within a person, especially in these challenging times? In part three, we'll talk about the right way to maintain well-being across your business activity and what to watch to ensure it doesn't dip, especially whilst you are busy growing a business. But Jay, before we get into our three-part chat, please briefly introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners. Who is Jay? What's your story? And what's your book about?
So I'll be brief because I could expand on my story a lot. My name is Jay. I'm from Brooklyn originally. My parents and family are from Trinidad. And I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My background is I was actually going to be a doctor, so I studied biochemistry. But along that journey, I realized I didn't want to really be a doctor. I did EMS for 4 years. I also started teaching meditation and yoga with some monks that I worked with. And I also became a nutritional therapist, personal trainer, got into public speaking. And now I own two businesses. One is Body, Mind, and Soul, where we speak on health and wellness. And the other one, we help people with health and wellness as well, but we help them create a business as well.
Excellent. Okay. Jay, let's kick off our chat in part one by talking about well-being, especially in regard to a business owner or a startup. I know that the pandemic has caused and continues to cause stress, but surely well-being is more than a pandemic plaster or bandage, isn't it? How should a business person approach well-being?
Well-being, that could be many ways. I believe once you know your purpose, you're going to always move forward. So I always feel people should figure out what their purpose is. It doesn't have to be great and profound. Just know which direction you're heading in. And take care of all areas of your life, your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual, right? So maybe pray in the morning, create routines. I really believe in practicing gratitude, counting things I'm grateful for each day in the morning and night, really training my mind to think positively. Finding things to take care of your mental health. For me, in these times of stress, especially if you're lacking funds, you're going to want to focus more on business, more on money, and then you lose yourself and you get burnt out. So you really have to create routines with mental health and well-being being taken care of in those routines. Also, make sure you're social. That we're having to be antisocial in a way because we're all in a quarantine. We need to actually reach out to people even more now. Say hi to people in the street from a distance. Spread love, spread a smile. Call up people, have a consistent call list to check in on people and be in people's lives. So you still need the social aspect. You need to take care of your well-being and stay focused on your goals. Don't let it stop you. A lot of people, they'll move back into their comfort zone when a crisis arises. But leaders and entrepreneurs, we have to step forward And this is when we really make our name.
When we talk about well-being, is it easy to spot yourself, or do other people spot it for you?
What, the lack of well-being?
Your lack, yes, my apologies, yes.
So, well, if you're aware of yourself, you're gonna spot it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna know you're not 100%. And if you're not 100%, again, for me, my experience is you're really not taking care of yourself, right? You're getting focused on the money, and you're not really reflecting and doing the things that you know are good for you. Because the things we know are good for us, we don't see direct results. We don't know it's changing us over the long term, so we neglect them. Right, but yet they're creating such profound longevity in our mission.
Yeah. Now, you talk about body, mind, and soul. I understand body because I can touch it. I understand the mind, but what is my soul in respect of what you do?
Well, I think your soul is your intuition, but I feel like if you don't take care of your body and your mind, so your body is your physical, right? You're moving. Also, what you eat, how you eat, your rest, all those things. And your mind, to me, a lot of it starts from your mind. Even what you eat, how you take care of your body starts from your mind. So you got to calm down your thoughts, come to peace, know what you're working on, reflect, plan, and, move forward. But as those things are aligned, body and mind, I feel you could really listen to your intuition and hear what you need to hear so you could move forward and don't get lost in all the noise in this world.
Excellent. Yeah. Now, Jay, let's move to part two. Before we do so, I just want to remind viewers as I'm talking there, that on the screen behind me is how to get in touch and go to Jay's website. I know it's a long URL, but we've got a couple of more a few more minutes for Jay and I to be chatting about, so you can jot that down. Jay, it's time for part two. You would think that reading some articles that someone just waves a wand over a person, or he or she is cured, their well-being is wonderful. I'm sure it's not like that. As a business owner approaches the subject of well-being, what challenges does he or she need to be aware of, and how should they be overcome?
Just prioritizing it, same way you prioritize your business. You want to prioritize your life. You want to prioritize your health and your well-being. So it could be easier to snooze and then not get up a little earlier to take care of you and just go to work. But ultimately, you're not going to be able to handle challenges as well as you could. You're going to get stuck. You may get aggravated and frustrated because you didn't make time for you. As an investor, you would say pay yourself first, right? So as a human being, I would say pay yourself first, and that's taking care of you, right? And you got to take care of your mental health. So you got to put it first. I don't care how you prioritize it. You need to make it a part of your priorities. I don't care if it's in the morning, in the middle of the day, at the end of the night, but make it part of your life where you could do it continuously and realize it's a long game. A business doesn't grow in 2 weeks. It takes time. And so does your well-being. You got to take the same time for your well-being.
Yeah. And how much does diet and exercise and all that come into it?
I feel dramatically, actually. Your diet is crucial. It affects that's actual chemical you're putting in your body. So that's going to affect the chemistry of your brain. So right away, that's going to make you sluggish, tired, or upbeat and alive. Right. So you got to be careful. I'm also a nutritionist, so I agree that, you should take some organic, good supplements that actually work, or eat very highly in fruits and vegetables and things of that sustenance. Also, there's just so many factors within that. But I feel it is very important to eat properly and take care of your nutrition. And exercising, to me, releases endorphins. I kind of forgot the last part. So endorphins, I believe exercise is very crucial to keep your energy right and take care of your health and well-being, because it's going to affect your confidence and your work ethic.
I think a lot of people who are working from home and are into what's called this new liquid workforce, is a new expression there, and are all finding it a big challenge mentally, aren't they? you know, especially if you're having to do schooling from home, you know.
Right, right. It is a toll because now your home, your sanctuary where you're supposed to get away from work is actually where your work is. So
Yeah.
your mind is very at unease, and that's why you have to create places to work. You know, you have to create places to make sure you take care of your health and wellness. Like in front of me, I actually have a yoga mat. I have my weights. I have a few things right there, so I know to take care of my well-being. It's in my face. If it's not in your face, you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I put things in my face and make sure I make it part of my life. I have my vitamins right on the table, so I have to take it because it's in front of my face, right? So I made certain things put in my face so I could approach it and use it.
Excellent. Tell me, how does your book help people?
Oh, it's a great book. It was simple. I wrote it in like 15 hours. Um, it was a great book. It probably took me years to put those things together in my head mentally. I believe it's like Stephen Covey, Jack Canfield, Tony Robbins, like put
Mm.
into one simple format, plus the work I did with the monks and the things I learned there. And it helps you first, it helps you find your purpose, right? That's chapter 3. I
Right.
think that's crucial.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 just shows us we all relate, we all face anxiety, and we all, if we let the anxiety persist, it's going to become depression. So I don't care who you are, where you are, you're gonna face it one way or another, and it's how you deal with it. So I show people how to overcome it. Right, simple techniques. Then I remind them to take care of their health and well-being. That's chapter 2. 4 is breaking limiting beliefs. You know, your routines, your rituals, and the other chapters, and just really helping you sustain your life and grow it forward in an abundant mindset. It's called abundance, a journey from anxiety and depression. So the real key is to get to that abundance
Hmm.
and the steps it may take for you to get there.
Excellent. I like that. I do like that. Thanks, Jay. Now for part 3, making it work and keeping well-being going. You know, in the business of a startup business, it's easy to get wrapped up in the daily work activity, which in turn could mean that well-being is quickly forgotten. How do you suggest that a business owner goes about maintaining that well-being focus? And how should success be measured that will show the benefits of the well-being?
Well, again, I'm a coach. So coaching is always good. You could always utilize a coach or a support system somewhere where you could keep accountable. Accountability is very crucial. Also, you got to make it one of your priorities. You got to make it one of your checklist marks on your to-do list. You got to put it in there. Nobody can force you to do this. Nobody tells you what you have to eat. No one can force you to eat something good for yourself. Same way no one can force you to work out. You got to know how that's going to affect your business, how it's going to affect your home life, how it's going to affect everything. So if you really want a great business, a great home life, you know, well-roundedness, you got to put well-being at the forefront because everything else is affected by your energy, who you come off as. Yeah, we could practice a smile and just go out there and do it. But at the same time, you will become depleted and you will feel lower on that budget of energy and your good feelings. So you got to really train your mind to how to overcome things. And again, the biggest thing I could say is create routines. Make it a part of your lifestyle. Create a calendar where you could fit it in. Even if it has to be a part of work, put it in your work schedule. Do something to make it part of your life because it will make you better in every area of your life. I feel jobs and every industry should actually promote health and well-being and put it in their time block
Mm.
because that person is going to perform better at that job because of that hour you gave them.
Yeah, yeah, I'm absolutely totally with you. Taking time out as well, even if it's just a walk, just to get your mind cleared and just look up and see how great it is to be above ground, because any day above ground is a great day, isn't it?
I
I've been
agree.
chatting to Jay Sooknanan, and I've thoroughly enjoyed the invigoration that we all need, because the exciting thing that's happening in our altered world is that vast numbers of people of all genders are awakening to the opportunity of starting a business, particularly when they're age 50 plus, as we say in the Biz Vision, a silverpreneur. But to understand their well-being challenges is vital. Jay has shown us the path to success. Many thanks, Jay, for a great interview.
Thank you. And I agree with you. I feel like I need to take a walk after you said that, just to get some sunlight.